We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. How many of you have heard this song? I'm sure it must have been an inspiration to all of you. This charity single by Michael Jackson and Lionel Richie has always been an inspiration to me. It has encouraged me to do my bit to our community. A month ago, I was reading the annual report sent by the Seva Sadan Association. This is a home for orphans and women in distress, to which I make regular donations in kind or cash. So I was asking my mom if what I was doing is either too little or too much. She said, there is tremendous power that comes with giving back to your community, and especially to those who live a life less fortunate than yours. In the words of Aesop, no act of kindness, however small, is ever wasted. Great leaders like Bill Gates, John Chambers, Narayan Murthy, and Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw are all believers in giving back. Bill Gates visits India every year to see the progress made by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. This foundation had initial focus in the prevention of spread of HIV, AIDS, and is now slowly transitioning into government sponsorship program. Some of the facts that are mentioned in the official website about his trip as part of this foundation are really interesting, and it's a must read. As rightly quoted by Bill Gates, India has a tradition of philanthropy. Project Samudaya, which started over 2 years ago, has helped rebuild the lives of people from the flood-affected district of Raichur. Modeled as a public-private partnership with the government of Karnataka, Cisco made a $10 million grant to provide cash, services, solutions, and equipments. The buck doesn't stop there. Volunteers like Vikar, Jagjit, Rohini, and many others from Cisco have made frequent trips to Raichur over the weekend to help build homes, to set up basic facilities like healthcare and school infrastructure. Together, the entire volunteer team has built up to 3,000 houses, which are now being handed over by the government to the villages worst hit by the flood. Arvind Sitharaman, who is the VP or the Managing Director of CDO India Operations, has been, and also is the President for Inclusive Growth in Cisco, has been conferred the Karnataka Rajyotsava Award just a few weeks back on the Karnataka Rajyotsava celebrations for his leadership and contribution towards the upliftment of rural Karnataka. While this is one milestone, the other is the Global Hunger Relief Campaign, which is run in partnership with the Akshaya Patra Foundation. At this minute, 1.3 million children, over 9,000 schools, are having a hot, wholesome, and nutritious meal. Thanks to the contributions made by all the individuals from Cisco and also the double match donations given by the Cisco Foundations. This miracle of serving 1 million people to the remotest part of the country wouldn't have possible. Giving is a great part of every company, and so it is at Cisco, as you can see. In 2010, 4 top women corporate leaders from India made it to the Forbes list of 48 heroes of philanthropy, the likes of Kiran Mazumdar and Rohini Nilekani. In 2012, the other 4 heroes have a varied area of interest, from protecting national parks to setting up a Gandhi Research Foundation which helps understand people all the ideals which have been taught by Mahatma Gandhi himself, and many more stuff. And also Asit Koticha, who started this Habitat for Humanity program and helps build houses for those who cannot. But does giving back only have to do with money? As my dad was telling me the other day, everybody can give money. What matters most is the time one spends in giving back. So I was thinking about a couple of things, and here they are. At home. They say charity begins at home. You do your course. Have you ever thought about going the extra mile? Spending more time with your parents, grandparents, taking allotted time and spending more time with your kids, playing with them, or helping your neighbors when they need. Or even for that matter, being a little more considerable and helpful towards the people who offer services to you, like your chauffeurs or gardeners or maids. At office, showing basic courtesy towards your employees by doing little things, holding the lift door or the door when somebody is about to enter, proper disposal of cups and tissues, putting back the newspaper in the rack, or switching off the equipments in the room or your desk. There are opportunities galore. At Cisco, we also have several opportunities or organizations that are focused on inclusion and diversity. Employee resource groups and councils like Cisco Connected Women, Early Career Network, Cisco Disabilities Awareness Network, and India Civic Council. They give you a plethora of opportunities to exercise your time in giving back to the community. What do we do at Toastmasters? We come here every week, we meet people, we run the session, we help ourselves and also assist our fellow Toastmasters in improving their communication and leadership skills. Last but not the least, for the community. Now I'm going to share a small story about this person called Ravi. His car was hit by a guy riding a motorbike. Ravi did not get angry. He did not fight or shout. He simply put his arms on the shoulder of the guy and said, "It's okay." The guy was moved. He was in a hurry but gave his contact details and ensured that he paid for the damage. Now that was the cool-headedness and the compassionate nature shown by Ravi when all things could have broken loose. He is none other than our Toastmaster Sheila's husband. And if you have ever met him, you will understand and you will feel that positive vibe all the time. And there are several NGOs and self-interest groups which also do their bit to the community. A close friend of mine and an ex-Cisco employee and also an ex-Samvadian, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, he along with few other passionate nature lovers spend every weekend planting saplings and nurturing trees all over Bangalore in the free time. And this is run under the banner which is called Say Trees organization. Not only that, I'm sure you would have read reports about some other groups which go across all over Bangalore, find some of those pedestrian walkways which are very dirty, and they go there, they clean it and they give it a whole new look so that people can start using it. It's just that initiative for them to contribute to the society. Now, I am a strong believer of practicing what I preach. So whatever I said here are not mere statements. Throughout the speech, I have shared some of my experiences and some of the things that I do. So when you look at me, if you see a happy person, that's because my true self is really happy. I would like to end with one of the most favorite quotes of mine by Swami Vivekananda. It is a privilege to serve mankind, for this is the worship of God. Be grateful to the man you help and think of him as God. It is not the receiver that is blessed, it is the giver. Over to the Toastmaster.